Um, Welcome to the IELTS speaking test. Now let's start with part two. Your topic would be describe an important decision you made on your own. You should say what the decision was, where you were, how you made the decision, and explain why it was difficult to make.
Well, one significant decision that has great importance in my life was the choice to major in English at local high school for gifted students. After completing my secondary education, I was at a crossroads, unsure about my future path. And at that time, my parents advised me to pursue maths as my specialization because they believe that this subject can help me develop logical thinking and problem solving skill that may be beneficial to my future career path. Like I can gain a competitive edge over other rivals and easily get a handsome salary in a big company. However, they also long for me to follow my heart since they always hope I can live happily with my dream instead of feeling regretful and tired with the wrong choice. So to make the decision, I meticulously weigh the pros and cons and sought advice from my teachers and my friends. Finally, I took the plan to have a crack at opting for an English major, and there are several reasons why it was challenging for me to make the decision. Firstly, local high school for gifted students is the most prestigious high school in my area, so the competition between students in the whole province was pretty intense. Additionally, the fear of disappointing my family and teachers further also added to the stress. Another reason is that my decision can have a profound impact on identifying my suitable future career path. So therefore, I needed to take this into consideration instead of choosing haphazardly. And looking back, I am immensely grateful for the decision to choose English. It has empowered me with a broader perspective, opened doors to exciting opportunities, and shaped me into a more confident and well-rounded individual. Yeah.
Well, now let's turn to part three. What might happen if children live too dependent on their parents?
I think children who are overly reliant on their parents may have to face a number of severe issues. Uh, of course, children who are pampered by their parents and are not taught how to live independently will not grow up with valuable skill. For instance, they might not have the patience or problem-solving abilities, which makes it difficult for them to fulfill their desires and saps their motivation to move up the career ladder. In addition, when adolescents get older, they can find it difficult to manage obligation, make decisions, and navigate the world on their own, thereby easily leading them astray. To be more specific, in some cases, children may involve in some social evils like robbery or gambling, which can result in families' financial burden and social insecurity as well.
What are the effects of parenting on their children's development?
Well, parenting has a profound impact on children's development in various ways. For instance, Positive parenting styles such as authoritative parenting can foster a child's emotional well-being, self-esteem, and social competence. Conversely, negative parenting practices such as neglect or authoritarianism can lead to behavioral problems, low self-esteem, and difficulties in forming healthy relationships. So in general, the quality of the parent-child relationship, the consistency of discipline, and the level of emotional support provided on play significant roles in shaping a child's development.
What kinds of people tend to live by themselves?
Well, I see that people who tend to live by themselves are often individuals who prioritize independence and solitude. This can include young adults who are pursuing their careers or personal goals, older adults who are enjoying an empty nest or embracing a single lifestyle, introverts who value their own space, and those who have experienced significant life transitions, such as divorce or the loss of a partner.
How can parents and teachers help young people to live independently?
Well, I think parents and teachers can help young people develop independence by encouraging them to take on age-appropriate responsibilities such as chores, decision-making, and problem-solving tasks. And what's more, providing opportunity for children to make choices, learn from their mistakes, and develop critical thinking skills also foster independence. Furthermore, parents and teachers can support young people in developing life skills such as cooking, budgeting, and time management to prepare them for living independently. So, in general, by offering guidance, encouragement, and positive reinforcement, adults can stimulate young individuals to become self-sufficient and confident in navigating the world on their own.
So, what skills do you think young people need to learn to live independently?
Young people need to learn a range of skills to live independently, including practical skills such as cooking, cleaning, and managing finances. They also need to develop problem-solving abilities, decision-making skills, and effective communication skills to navigate various situations they may encounter on their own. Moreover, understanding how to prioritize tasks, manage time effectively, set money aside, and cope with stress are crucial for independent living. Finally, developing a strong sense of self-awareness, resilience, and adaptability can help young individuals thrive independently in an ever-changing world. Yeah.
That is the end of the IELTS speaking test. Thank you.
So welcome to the IELTS speaking test. Now we will begin with part 2. Describe an important decision you made on your own. You should say what the decision was, where you were, how you made the decision, and explain why it was difficult to make.
Well, I can think of an important decision I made a few years ago, and that was quite challenging for me. It was the decision to opt for the most prestigious high school in Laogai instead of a normal one. It occurred in my final year of secondary school when I was preparing for the high school entrance exam. At first, my parents, they tried to orient me towards Laokai High School number one. While it seemed to be a more achievable and easier goal, I found myself increasingly unfulfilled and unhappy. Laokai High School for gifted students had always been my dream school for years, and I realized that it was time for me to take a leap of faith and pursue my dream. I remember the moment I made the decision very clearly. I was tossing and turning all night, wondering about my future. I knew that I wanted to make a change, but I also knew that it was a risky move. To make the decision, I spent a lot of time researching and asking numerous seniors who had overcome this tough period for advice. I also talked to my close friends and teachers to help to get their input and support. After a long time weighing the pros and cons, my parents and I had a serious conversation. And finally, they were convinced and willing to support me anyway. The decision was difficult to make because it involved a lot of uncertainty and risk. Spe- Specifically, the competition was intense with countless students applying for limited spots in the best high school of Laokai province, and I couldn't ensure that I would pass the entrance exam. But despite the challenges, I knew that it was the right decision for me. I haven't regretted it for a moment. Pursuing my passion has allowed me to feel fulfilled and happy, and I had the opportunity to study at the high school that I'm truly passionate about.
And so now move to part 3. What might happen if children live too dependent on their parents?
Um, I think children who are excessively emotional attached or dependent on their parents can face various negative consequences. This can lead to them becoming weak and unable to make decisions on their own. Um, Aside from that, excessive parental involvement can interfere with a child's ability to develop behavioral self-regulation and independence. In some cases, this dynamic can result in parentification, where the child takes on inappropriate parental roles and responsibilities, leading to a negative effects on the child's mental health and well-being. As children grow into adulthood, ongoing dependence can deplete their parents of assets and income that are necessary for their own retirement needs and quality of life, highlighting the importance of gradually weaning dependent adult children of their senior parents.
So what are the effects of parenting on their children's development?
I think the effects of parenting on children's development can be significant and varied. Research shows that parenting behavior such as warmth, acceptance, and monitoring can impact children's well-being and development. For instance, studies indicate that children raised in environments with less warmth and acceptance may be more prone to conditions like depression. Different parenting styles, ranging from authoritarian to permissive, can also influence children's outcomes. Strict rules and punishments might lead to poor self-esteem and decision-making abilities in children. Um, on the other hand, parental self-efficacy and involvement can enhance early childhood learning and lead to better parental monitoring practices, which are crucial for children's development. It's essential to recognize that both parental influence and children's genetic makeup play roles in shaping a child's development.
So what kinds of people tend to live by themselves?
While people who have enough financial means to support themselves without relying on family or roommates are likely to live by themselves. Additionally, those who value freedom and privacy may choose to live alone. Um, Besides, some individuals, like writers and creatives who require quiet environment, may also opt for living independently in remote areas.
How can parents and teachers help young people to live independently?
Parents and teachers can teach young people practical life skills such as cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, and basic home maintenance. For example, parents can involve their children in meal planning and preparation, and teacher can incorporate practical life skills lessons into their curriculum. By teaching these practical life skills, young people can develop a sense of confidence and independence in their ability to take care of themselves. On top of that, on top of that, parents and teachers can provide guidance and support to young people as they learn to live independently. And this can include answering questions, providing advice, and helping them navigate challenges that may arise.
So what skills do you think young people need to learn to live independently?
I think young people need various skills for independent living, including financial literacy, budgeting, and cooking. They should also develop problem-solving abilities, time management, and basic home maintenance skills. Um, Aside from that, effective communications, interpersonal skills, and resilience are crucial for handling challenges. Um, on top of that, understanding how to navigate essential services like healthcare, legal matters, and transportation contributes to self-sufficiency and successful independent living.
So that is the end of the IELTS speaking test. Thank you.